This is a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Now, this is a reading that is in the month for the month of March, soul connections and past lives, and how your past life is affecting your soul connection in this current life. I call in fire, earth, water, air, and ethers. Holy Spirit, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Spirit guides to give me the best reading that I can possibly give you at this current time. And so, this is soul connections and past lives, and the past lives that are affecting your soul connection now. And so, you might not be a Sagittarius. You might have Sagittarius in your natal chart. Please go online and check your natal chart. It's free. Go to free natal chart calculator, and it will calculate that for you. You just have to know the exact time you were born. Do not focus too much on the gender of the cards or the zodiac signs, because you may resonate with, like I said, a given zodiac sign that you may be compelled to go and watch. And now, we do have different signs in Vedic astrology, and you can also get Vedic astrology. You can also get a free calculator for Vedic, and you can also resonate with those. And so, for example, my Vedic astrology does not have the same signs as my Western astrology, but I can definitely resonate with those readings as well. Use your intuition. Some things you may not resonate with, some things you may resonate with. So it's important that you chuck away what you don't resonate with and keep what you do resonate with. Remember that this is a collective, a reading for the collective. So I am reading a group of energies, okay? So if I say Sagittarius, I'm reading the energy of Sagittarius. It might be your partner that I'm reading for, or your soul connection. So you would have to switch that energy, okay? So it's up to you to decipher which energy is yours and which energy is your partner. I'm only the energy reader, okay? Tarot readers cannot read the future. They can only give predictions on what would happen if the energy still persists, but energy is fluid, and people, have free will, and energies do change. Okay, so do not give your power away to any tarot reader. Going forward, this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Soul connections and karma that is affecting this current life right now. Soul connections and the karma that is affecting this current life. Basically, the unresolved issues or the karmic contracts that you have created in this life from past lives. What you need to learn. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. I do have to shuffle the cards like this because it breaks up the energy and it helps me read the energy better. Guys, so bear with me. Thank you. I'd like to thank all my subscribers and all the people that are viewing this video. I really appreciate your support, and I would welcome your feedback because I do read your emails, and I may not get to them. So within a week, I will get to them. And so please bear with me. So we get farm. Your past life on a farm is influencing the situation you're inquiring about. Perhaps you enjoyed a simple, happy life, and you crave that simplicity once more. You may have enjoyed the warmth of an extended family during your farm life. Your angels may also be nudging you to become self-sustaining by growing your own food, as you did in a prior life. You most likely carried forward your green thumb ability to grow plants well. Also, this card may be asking you to reconnect with animals and nature. Which were a part of your past lifetime on a farm. If you had a past life accident involving farm equipment, this may carry forward to the unexplained injuries in this life. You've also had relationships in that life that you're playing out in this one. Your body will tell you which situation fits. So notice any goosebumps, chills, or other physical reactions as you read this section. Well, obviously, as I read it to you. So here it is. So now this is past life. By the way, a lot of you guys are asking me what type of cards that I use. And this is the Oracle card, Past Life. And now I will be using the Smith-Waite Tarot, which is a classical tarot deck. And I will be looking at your karmic situation, the karma that you've inherited, the karma that your soulmate has inherited, your karmic burdens, or your burdens right now in this life, their burdens in this life, what you mean to them, what they mean to you, and your karmic future. These are all the things that I will be reading as we go forward. So the karmic meaning first. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. So remember, don't focus too much on the gender of the cards or the zodiac signs. Focus on the events, because the events are the important ones. So let me shuffle it 3 more times. And 3. Okay, karmic meaning. Karmic meaning. You could own horses or ponies right now. Okay, you have some regret or a loss. Okay, these 2 cards pop up. The King of Cups and the 5 of Cups. Okay, this king is a very emotional king. But he doesn't show it or display it. He has really gone deep in the oceans of his emotions. And he knows his emotions well. He knows he has a lot of empathy for other people because he's aware of his emotions. Yet he doesn't show them. And the reason why he doesn't show them, because although there may be like grief and sorrow over, it could have been a miscarriage. I get like a miscarriage right now with a 5 of cups that just popped up to me. Like there was a miscarriage. And this male energy is very supporting and would love to wallow in the depth of sorrow with you, but somebody has to keep their emotions in check and control to be like the rock for the other person. And I feel like this person does this. And I feel there was like some loss. Okay, and we can clarify those later. So there was some loss and there was like a grieving. Maybe also I get the sense that there was grieving because somebody had lost a loved one. Maybe like a father figure, a husband. Here. I see water signs. I see Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. For some reason I'm getting Virgo too. Virgo. and I know what zodiac signs the signs are, the cards are, but some tarots just get intuitively guided by their spirit guides to just they get things and we don't even know why we get them. We just do. So, what is your karmic inheritance? And remember, the energies can be vice versa. Okay, it's up to you to decipher it, to tell it it's your life. You know, I don't know your life. I'm just reading your energy. So we'll see. So your karmic inheritance. Karmic inheritance. What did you inherit from? What karma did you inherit from the past life? So you got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. And what karmic inheritance did they inherit from their past life? Okay. So here, the karma that you've inherited is that you're more of a logical person than your counterpart. Okay? You're more of a person that trusts their logic more versus their intuition. And they were the nurturing one. They were the one that's like grounded. They were the earth sign while you were the air sign. They like to be grounded, stable, nurturing. They nurtured the family. And it could be male or female. Okay, the gender of the card is not important, but they were the nurturing one. So chances are, if no, we would have to clarify these. We would have to clarify these actually to see who it was. If it was because sometimes what happens in this, you're not the same person in your past life as you are in your current life. For example, you might play different roles in order for you guys to get the same lesson. For example, if I walk away from a partner in my last lifetime, in this lifetime, I will get the roles reversed. Maybe they will walk away from me, just so I would learn that lesson myself. So one person was very logical, and maybe they were into the politics in the political sphere, or maybe they were judges or lawyers in their past life. They worked more actually in the office while you actually nurtured the animals. I mean, you actually worked in the front desk and doing all the legal papers, running the business of having a farm, like doing all the paperwork, doing all the finances, doing all the legal things regarding this business of the farm, while your partner, male or female, tended to nurture the animals. They tended to raising the livestock. They actually were one-on-one with the people that they actually serviced and with the animals, and so they did more manual labor versus you, who actually didn't really like that, because you dealt more with the logic in your head versus the the dealing with the animals and nurturing and things like this, because you felt more comfortable in your head. So actually, this is a reading that of karmic inheritance that you're inheriting now. So this is you, or the person that is in this lifetime very logical would be that person from the past, because this is what you've inherited actually. So if you're logical in this lifetime, then you are logical in the past lifetime, and you were all about doing office work, doing paperwork. That it pleased you more versus being the nurturer. And whoever is a nurturer was a nurturer in the past life, because these are the things that were inherited. That's what I said, inherited. So now we have it. Okay. And so the burdens that you have from your past life, the burdens that you have from your past life, now we got it, guys. Actually, these popped out together. Actually, I'm going to take these here. And then the burdens that they carry. Okay. So the burdens that you carry right now are, it's the Queen of Wands and the Devil, okay? You're a very attractive person. You are like a lot of fires in your natal chart, a fire and air, okay? And you're a very attractive person. And you have a lot of sex appeal. And so you have a passion that is very much, so much passion that you have had to, that you've dealt with them through, you could have dealt with them through addictions, whether it be sexual addictions, or you could have been dealing with a Capricorn, some of you guys. Or probably dealing with a Capricorn. This is the sign of Capricorn, okay? And so you were passionate about another individual who was a Capricorn, okay? So maybe this is actually, for some of you guys, there was a third party situation and you had a lot of passion, and because you had so much passion and energy and you needed that release. And so you were having an affair with a Capricorn, or you had an addiction to sex, or some addiction to toxicity, something toxic. Okay? And so, and then their burden is that they really want a family life, and they wanted a happy family, and they have so much love to offer here. But it seems like the two people are in different paths. It seems like they're going in different directions. Versus this person that like to release their energy with another person or toxicity, and this person who really just wanted the dream of a happy family, of the white picket fence, of just having their own family fulfill their cup, because they were with a Queen of Pentacles. They were a very nurturing individual. And so the karmic future, what's a karmic future? Don't worry, guys, I will clarify these. The karmic future is, so one of you guys inherited this energy right here, the loving, the nurturing one. So whoever is the loving and nurturing one in this lifetime inherited that from their past lifetime, okay, with this soulmate. Okay, and this is a soulmate connection that I see here. And because this is soul connections, right? And then the person who is more logical, who likes to do the accounts, who runs the business, is actually the person that is the more logical one right now, who is more comfortable dealing with logic versus their emotion. Okay? And so the karmic future that's here is the Knight of Swords. So this knight is a messenger, but he is not the quiet messenger like, or the loving messenger as the Knight of Cups would be. This type of messenger is aggressive. He like is very impulsive, and he will say his piece, and in such an aggressive way, with full of logic, with a lot of air. This is like a card of Gemini. So the zodiac signs that I see here are Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, basically all zodiac signs. All zodiac signs. Capricorn stands out quite a lot, Capricorn. And so whoever has Capricorn in their natal chart also is a Sagittarius. Okay? And so there's a lot of arguments, heated arguments, because people are not seeing eye to eye here. They're actually going at it in like communicating in such an aggressive way, because their passion, they don't know how to release their passion in a correct way. And this, I'm getting this from you, Sagittarius, actually. I'm sorry to say, don't shoot the messenger, but it seems like the fire in you, because you have a lot of fire and air in your chart. And so all that passion and stuff is released the wrong way, through addictions, through maybe infidelity, and through communication. And when you are emotional, because you're not comfortable with your emotions, you don't deal with your emotions very well. And so when you get emotional, you tend to just blow the fuck up. And so you blow up, and you may say things that you may regret. Okay, and then you cause like a block in the relationship. And so so I sense that there's like this person is grieving from a separation. This also could be from a separation, because somebody was just giving so much love and they're not receiving the love. The love is not reciprocated. Here, I see that. Now that I have pulled out all the cards, the love is not being reciprocated. Okay? So let's pull out some cards to clarify this. Actually, we're going to clarify this. And the cards that I'm using here are Vision Quest. And the reason why I use Vision Quest is because I am Native American as well. I have so much in me, Native American, everything, pretty much. So let's clarify the King of Cups and the Five of Cups. So this person kind of tends to have heartbreaks from the decisions that you make, Sagittarius. So this person has heartbreaks, and so they grieve. They grieve about them silently by themselves. Actually, they grieve. They grieve you, and they grieve the situation by themselves, because they're very nurturing, and you're not providing that nurture that they give. It's not reciprocal here. So I get the card of Scorpio. Transformation means death in the classical tarot. And so I'm going to have to clarify this, because for some of you guys, like I said, that's your significant other died, and it was like more of the nurturing person had died. And so you grieve this person. And so some of you guys, because you grieve this person, you actually dealt with your grief by, by having affairs with others, like not just with one person, but having these sexual addictions. This is your way of coping with your grief and loss. I kind of feel like your farm went to hell when this person died. Like all the animals and the horses died. You can see the horses there. You like didn't feed shit. You didn't do anything because you didn't know how to do that part. You weren't the hands-on person that actually cared for the farm. And you can see these dead horses and their skeleton and shit. Everything went to shambles because this person had died. And you realize that, nurturing is important for all living things. And then you grieved at the loss, and the reason why I pause is because I have to look at the cards very well, guys. I also see Pisces in here. And you feel so guilty. Do you see the owl's eyes? It's almost like you're looking at yourself, like your spirit guides or your spirit guides. You feel like you feel guilty about this. You almost feel like if you did things differently, this person would still be alive. Only if, like, how could you? You feel like so guilty about this, that your grief alone, that you grieve more on the guilty feelings that you feel on top of this person's death. Let's clarify this card right here. So here you get the Seven of Air, which is the Seven of Swords. So you felt with this card right here, it's like you felt like there wasn't really much you could do. Like everything went to shambles, like I said. You felt like hopeless. Like you just see everything crumbling down right before your eyes. And you felt like there was nothing that you could do about it. You didn't even know how to start. Your logic wasn't even working. And all the animals were scattering away from you. And do you see this spear right here? It's broken. Your logic wasn't even working that well. You were so caught up in your emotions and your low vibrations and your addictions. If you weren't dealing with a Capricorn, or if you were dealing with a Capricorn, you were just heartbroken to the point where you couldn't see your intuition. You didn't know what your intuition was. You didn't have this relationship or aligned with your higher self. And so even the animals were scattering. Even if your spirit guides were giving you messages, you weren't understanding them. I'm going to ask what, not that it matters, but some of you guys, the relationship ended because you were caught cheating or lying. Because of your third party and addictions, you were caught lying, so the situation ended. And so did the farm and the business. And so there was an empty victory here. Okay, and remember, this carries over from your past life to your current life, because I did ask what it was inherited and what were the burdens from your past life. And this is carried over. So So this card came like it wasn't reversed or it wasn't upright. So I get the feeling with two, the medicine woman, which is the high priestess, that it took this type of ending, whether it be your spouse dying or whether they left you, to realize, to tap into your intuition and to have this transformation. But still, you weren't able to. Some secrets came out, either some secrets came out and that's why it ended, not all of them, but some secrets, or it causing you to tap into your intuition, but you weren't really aligning with yourself still. There was a challenge because it came like sideways. It wasn't, you weren't using your intuition all the way. So it came sideways like this. So like this, you'd be like using your intuition, aligning with your higher self, but it came not reversed, even to the side. So it was a challenge for you to do that. Okay. And so you really weren't listening to your spirit guides or even reflecting on these things by yourself. Like, you know how most fire signs just go about their business without taking some time to be by themselves. They always are in the go, go, go because they have so much energy. I'm not to say all fire signs. Obviously, it depends how much fire you do have in your natal chart. Okay, so some fire signs may have a lot of water, which is a completely different dynamics, but those fire signs that have a lot of fire are the type that are continually running like little engines that could, and don't give themselves a time. They always have to be around people. They always have to socialize. They always have to be the party, where they don't give themselves a moment to kind of chill out and reflect on other experiences, or their lessons or their patterns in life, why they keep repeating these patterns, or they just don't like of being alone. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Wands and the Devil. I was clarifying in my head. And so I got the Son of Water and Two of Air. Inner peace. Son of Water, I would have to say Page of Water. This is the Page of Water. And Two of Air. Inner peace. So this, to me, I will show you the card. Sorry, guys. So to me, this means that the only way you will get inner peace from your mind and like the stalemate and the indecisions that you have in your mind, and not really at a crossroads, not even really thinking with your emotions, but just living in your mental space where you're disregarding all those emotions that you have on the inside. And when you disregard those feelings, you are like a soda can that has been in the freezer or for like 2 hours, or has been in the refrigerator, and it suddenly falls. Okay. And so when you hide those emotions, the emotions are like the bubbles, the carbonation. And when you kind of temper those down, there will be something that completely triggers it, like a death or an ending. And your business got fucked up too, like you like went out of business and shit, like, you know, the shit hit the fan, basically. And so when you bottle those emotions, and something triggers it, like they come out like a tidal wave, like a typhoon, like a tsunami. where you like do crazy shit, like maybe like have orgies and shit, or like, you know, like have like do some drugs or do some crazy shit, like do something that maybe may change your life, you know, maybe give you low vibrations. And so, or you could have been dealing with a Capricorn. I will have to, and so you, it almost feels to me like not dealing with your emotions very well, dealing with your emotions in a toxic way, I feel like. And so the way that you can maintain an equilibrium and have inner peace is by actually allowing those emotions to surface. You can see here, this is like the Page of Cups. The cup is your emotion, and like really allowing that to bubble, you know, bubble to the surface, and like reflecting on your feelings. And when you do feel those emotions, to let them out slowly, to let them out, not bottle them in. Okay, that's very important. And it's important because you want the carbonation to move out, You don't want to explode. You want to let these feelings go. You can't bottle them inside, because if you do, you will get blockages in your heart chakra, and you will get blockages in your chakras, and you won't align. And if you don't align your chakras, then you cannot understand your intuition or your higher self. And so this is challenging for you, especially it's challenging to go with your destiny, or what is in store for you, or your life path, or listen to your spirit guides or to the universe. Okay, you just won't know your ass from the hole in the ground. You know, you won't know which one's your stink star and which one is, you know, your head. It's too complicated for you. And so this is what you have to do in order to establish that equilibrium within yourself. Okay, you have to let your emotions flow, and in a healthy way. And so let's clarify here the Knight of Swords. This is your karmic future. So obviously, this person, you're still dealing with a person that you might have lost in your past life. You're obviously, they're with you during this lifetime, or maybe, you know, or something must have happened to them. If you recently lost a soulmate, that could be too. Okay, it's because, you know, this happened in the past life. And if you didn't lose a soulmate, there was an ending with a soulmate as well, because of your inability to handle your emotions the right way. Now, when I did clarify the Knight of Swords, I got more fire and more fire. Okay? So I got the Father of Fire and the Eight of Earth. Okay? So that means that this fire sign is a more stable fire sign. This is a fire sign that has actually is the king of fire, is because he has dominated his energies. He has maintained control over his energies. He doesn't let his energies run him over like a page would or a knight would, because he's a mature individual. This is a male energy, but you can be a woman having more male energy, or a female having, or a male having male energy, of course. So this person is a chief already. They can control the flames in which they feel. You can see here. So the flames do not control this individual. This individual controls their own energy in flame. Okay? So this is what you're learning to do right now, is control your passions and all those emotions. And, you know, by not just delving into stifling them and delving into your logic and taking out your passion into addictive things and using and balancing them out more. Maybe instead of having addictions to maybe toxic things, maybe go to the gym and and release those emotions in that way, or maybe do something that you love. And so like this chief can do right here, and he can maintain his flames, and he knows how high his flame should go, and when to temper those down. He knows it because he's the chief of the tribe, right? Yeah, and then you can align to your higher self. But you still have a lot of work to do here. You have to work hard in being more nurturing, and how you're more nurturing is by opening up that heart chakra. I'm actually going to use my pendulum to see which chakra is blocked the most, okay, and what you need to work on. And so I'm going to ask my higher self and source to tell me which chakra they need to heal the most. Which chakra does this fire sign need to heal the most? Which chakra does this fire sign need to heal the most? It'll take a little while, guys. So just bear with me. It takes a little while. Which chakra does this fire sign need to heal the most? Which chakra does this fire sign need to heal the most? Need to heal the most. Okay, so it's your crown chakra. So it's the chakra that is, thank you. It's the chakra that's on top here. And it makes sense because this is why, do you see these animals and see what a chief excels the most is, where he is successful in his huntings, and the huntings provide shelter and food for all his family and all his tribe. And so the chief is really known for their hunting and like getting their warriors together and leading in these great hunts. And then the hunts provide food and resources for their tribes for months at a time until the next hunting. And so it looks like his crown chakra is very much open. And you can see here that the crown chakra is a connection to the divine. It's connection to your higher self. Okay? And so this is the chakra that you have to heal the most. And you should wear clear quartz, or white jade is good for that. Clear quartz or white jade. And so that's the problem, folks. It's your crown chakra needs healing the most. Okay? And then what can our angels tell us? We're going to grab a couple oracle cards for you and see what the angels have to say to you. Sometimes we cannot rush these pendulums because it takes some time for them to swing. And you want to make sure that you're very stable with your pendulum, because you don't want to make it swing on your own. You want the energy to make it swing. Otherwise, you don't have a clear reading. And so it takes a long time to do that. And thank you for your patience. But if you do know a Reiki healer, I suggest you do Reiki to balance out more align your chakras. So it seems like you're not connecting with your higher self here. Okay, and then it requires a lot of work. It requires you to align all your chakras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and this is you, or if this is you, this is your root. You know, it all your 7 chakras. Okay, so that's why I got the 8 here too. And this is also inner order. Inner order also means like stabilizing and equilibrium, aligning your chakras to healing your chakras, because you do have some blockages there. Okay, and it also seems like you might have some blockages also because this color sticks out to me. Okay, and this is the color of your solar plexus chakra and your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra deals with sexuality. Okay, it deals with past life issues, reincarnation, sexuality. Maybe if you have a karmic relationships and karmic something to deal with sexuality and karmic partners, then you would have more of a blockage in your sacral chakra. So you have to heal that. Okay. And this is you wear ruby, citron, or carnelian. This will help too. Okay. So let's see here what the angels can tell us. What can the angel tell us here? Peace. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Okay? So you will only get peace when you're... Okay, also, try to spend more time, instead of in the office, you know, try to spend more time indoors. Okay? Spend more time, outdoors, sorry. Spend more time outdoors. Maybe go for, buy a flower. Buy flowers. Okay? Spend more time outside. Get fresh air. Connect with nature. Stand by a tree. Okay? This will help you align your chakras too. Okay? And then the more you get your oops. What happened here? The more you can do this, the more peace that will bring you. Okay? And the more peace means that you will have inner order and inner peace again here. You will develop that, but it will take some time, guys. And then go by your moon cycles. Notice how the moon affects your energy. And maybe try to do moon rituals like manifestation when it's a full moon. Okay, and that's all I have for you guys. And then one more card here, comfort. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So although you are having trouble with aligning yourself to your source or the universe or whatever you want to call it, divine, know that you are protected and they are with you and they're trying to help you to do this. Okay, so I love you guys and talk to you guys later. Bye.